Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am going to present my case report, that is the management of non-filtering restrictive bleb. I have no financial interest. Bleb dysesthesia is a syndrome caused by bleb interfering with the normal eyelid function and tear film distribution. The symptoms are ocular pain, discomfort, burning sensation, foreign body sensation, and excessive tearing. Bleb dysesthesia is a rare complication of glaucoma filtration surgery, and it is hypothesized that a hypocellular tissue response probably related to use of antimetabolite creating a avascular bleb that can recede at larger size. Regarding the treatment, it can be managed conservatively by lubricant and set eye drop, bandage contact lens, bleb needling, compression suture, anti-yag laser treatment, and autologous blood serum. But surgery is the effective treatment, and bleb limiting conjunctivoplasty is a simple and very effective method to limit the bleb extension. Here we report a case of large interpalpebral extended bleb managed surgically by blade limiting conjunctivoplasty. So our objective is to report a case of large circumferential static bleb and its management. This is a case of 56-year-old female presented with the complaint of swelling in the right eye for last 3 to 4 days associated with the foreign body sensation, itching and watering. Swelling was painless, progressive in nature and not associated with the redness and discharge. She was a non-case of primary angle closure glaucoma and was treatment for last 3 years and underwent uneventful right eye trabeculectomy with MMC 2 months back. Her visual acuity was 624 in the right eye and 612 in the left eye. At the presentation, the IP was 24 mmHg in the right eye and 80 mmHg in the left eye. She was on topical AMG in both eye, 2 drug, that is the brimonidine combination, timolol combination in the right eye and 4 drug in the left eye. She had advanced cupping in both eyes. CD ratio was 0.09 in the right eye and 0.08 in the left eye. This is the bleb, this is the diffuse circumferential bleb extending from the 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So we prescribe the frequent instillation of lubricant and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug along with the AMG and planned for bleb limiting conjunctivoplasty with the compression suture. This is our surgical technique. We just video is not working. Okay, we just incise the conjunctiva and the Tenant capsule up to the scleral blade, and the cut end of the sclera, we just suture separately both the end of conjunctiva and Tenant capsule with the sclera separately, leaving bare sclera. So in first post-operative day, the IP was 20 mmHg and the bleb morphology was S2, E2, B3 and S0. And there was we noticed there was a regression of interpalpebral bleb. On the second post, that is on first week, second post op day, the bleb morphology was S2, E2, B2 and S0, and we can see the regression of the interpalpebral bleb. On third post op day, that is the fourth week, the IP was 60 mmHg with the bleb morphology S3, E3, B2 and S0, and there is a complete re-observation of interpalpebral bleb you can see in this picture. So regarding discussion, bleb dysesthesia is an uncommon complication of filtration surgery, and it is hypothesized that MMC form a smooth surface of subconjunctival connective tissue in the static bleb that preventing adequate healing of conjunctiva to the underlying episclera and accumulation of fluid in interpalpebral area. Here we hypothesize in this case, along with the intraoperative MMC, excessive amount of subconjunctival gentamicin and Dexana was injected inadvertently in the inferonasal quadrant at the end of surgery. It might have created a subconjunctival tract that communicating with the superior bleb leading to its extension. Regarding our surgical management, it is originally described by Rahman and Thaler, and it is supported by Anis et al. In his case series with favorable outcome. And another report, Holmes DP also reported the favorable outcome, but in place of suture they use fibrin glue while doing the bleb limiting conjunctivoplasty. So our conclusion is bleb dysesthesia following antifibrotic enhanced trabeculectomy is not very common, but it causes significant decrease in quality of life. Subconjunctival injection of gentamicin and Dexana near to the bleb or an excessive amount may contribute interpalpebral extension of the bleb. So surgery is the only effective treatment, and bleb limiting conjunctivoplasty is the simple and very effective method to limit the bleb extension. These are the reference. Thank you.
I have two questions. Why was this is the first surgery for the patient, first trabeculectomy for the patient?
Ma'am?
This was the first surgery for the patient?
Yes, ma'am.
First glaucoma filtering surgery?
Yes, ma'am.
So why did you choose the supratemporal quadrant? Because I think you have started the surgery in the supratemporal quadrant.
Yes,
Why was the supranasal quadrant? Because that is the first, normally in a nave eye, which is an untouched conjunctiva, we usually touch the supranasal quadrant as the first surgery. Why was supraconjunctival? And secondly, what was the mode of application of mitomycin C intraoperatively? Did you give as a
No,
newly described technique is giving as a subconjunctival injection before even cutting the conjunctiva? So did you do that? Because what you're trying to describe is very unlikely that the inferior injection of post-operative, at the end of surgery, what you have given as Genta and Dexa as a post-subconjunctival is causing the diffusion of the bleb like this. No, it is very unlikely. So what was the method of mitomycin C application per operatively?
it was, we applied with the help of cotton plug only.
After making the conjunctival
After
flap?
making the conjunctival plug.
Probably your flap was too large then. What was the size of the conjunctival flap which was dissected?
It's not
Because
too
it's
much
very
large.
unlikely to have a bleb going from 11 o'clock till 6 o'clock. Very, very unlikely.
But madam, all the previously reported cases, they describe it occurs after average 9 months to 1 year. But in this case, in our case,
So that's what I'm saying. Yours is a very early case. So early case is indicating that something has happened intraoperative itself. This
So
is
I-
sitting
this
there
is
due to
just-
tend to overhang over the cornea rather than spreading along the conjunctiva. So
Basically,
probably the conjunctival dissection could have been excessive. That is one thing which is coming to my mind. Since you have not uploaded a surgical video, so we can't come to know that.
yes, ma'am, I will critically review my video. Then it is by just hypothesis, madam. It can make iriatic track.
It's unlikely. Unlikely. It's probably your application of mitomycin C was excessive. Probably the amount was larger or your conjunctival flap was large.
Was the case done by you or else?
Yes,